Hello, hello, hello and welcome. Video games, as they say. Fine Tuesday. Somehow I'm still tired. Somehow I also, once again, made more breakfast than I could eat in the time that I set aside to eat it. And now I think I'm at the phase of development. It's definitely my favorite phase of development, which is the content phase, when you're so close to the game that you can't tell if it's fun anymore. Hey, Adagon. So I'm definitely at that phase of where I'm like, why are we spending time on this? Why aren't we working on the main game? But this is what we're doing. That feeling has defeated me every time I've ever tried to make a game. I've been a hobbyist game developer for like, what year is it? 2024? A hobbyist game developer for like 15, 16 years. Never published anything. Never been willing to do what it takes to actually publish something. I always get to this phase and I'm like, the game is shit. It's not good enough. It's not worth it. And I chuck it, or I remake it, or I remake it and then chuck it. But we're going to stay the course. As much as every fiber of my being is screaming at me to like, just drop it. We're going to stay the course. How's the jam going? Your progress looked awesome. How'd it gone? We need a new script that's like an island obstacle. Call it like a beach obstacle, I don't know. We need to distinguish between objects on which ships can beach and objects on which ships are going to crash. Going well still. Going to start doing art so it actually looks decent. Yeah, I was cracking up. I was looking at your progress video this morning and I realized that the stamp sprite and the person sprite are the same sprite. And it like didn't occur to me until then. I was like, oh, the little dude's wobbling by. And then you're picking up this other little dude and like just jamming him onto this piece of paper. I thought that was hilarious. It was weird how long it took me to realize that was happening. That was good. I was curious about one thing you were doing. You were making your mouse cursor. But it didn't seem like you were just plugging the custom image into the display setting in the project setting area, which is like how I normally do it. And that made a lot of sense to me because when you do it this way, when you replace the custom cursor, you got your nice cursor, but it's like tied to the actual screen resolution, not the viewport resolution. Which for me is okay with me because I made this pointy, relatively high-res spear mouse pointer. But that was interesting. I hadn't thought of doing it another way. Oh, you want to animate it? Oh, okay. That's also a good reason. But yeah, to me, the reason I noticed was that it would at least be the same pixel, I don't know what you want to call it, resolution as the viewport, which made a lot of sense for like cohesion. And then it also makes sense because you could, like, take control of the cursor away. Like, you should never do that, probably. But if you had, like, a tutorial phase or something like that, you could do stuff like that. Where you, like, have a cursor animation sequence or something. So that was cool. Usually for shooter games, you change it to a rotating reticle and increase the size on mouse click and slowly go back to normal size. This one you'll probably just do squash and stretch. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't messed around with that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. All right, so we are... Because right now the islands and the rocks use the same obstacle script, which is not good because we want the beaches to allow for, you know, the beach animation, and we want the rocks just to cause ships to just straight up crash. That's easy enough to do. This is like literally all the static obstacle is. We'll just do this. And we'll make a crash version. It just is like the same thing, except it causes the crash instead. Mission more emotes, so you should be getting more ones to use soon. Oh, nice. I mean, you have a ton, as far as I'm concerned. I have one. I have one follower emote and one subscriber emote. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. I saw your pachinko game finally. That was fun. I was watching yesterday. That was cool to see. These are different scenes, rock and rock submerged. I guess that makes sense. That didn't work the way I thought it would. Oh, we have to use attach script. And I have to use an existing script. I don't know why I thought I could just drag and drop. Hey, GelX0. Oh, you have a battle royale in progress? That's awesome. Welcome to the chat. We're working on an extension of our Ludum Dare Jam game. That's this game about controlling the winds. You can summon the winds. Ships are gonna come in from off the screen, and you can change their direction. So your goal is to, you know, safely navigate them in here. I'm okay. Thanks, GelX0, for the offer. I do need a Twitch banner, that's a good point, but I have a kind of specific art style that I do myself that I'm maintaining pretty strictly. But thank you. And thanks for stopping by. I guess since we're here, we might as well test the rock. Not sure I actually did it right, though. Did this ship just go off screen? What happened to that ship that was here? God, it is so hard to crash stuff on purpose. It is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I hope you do too. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I didn't actually finish what I was trying to test. submerged. I did rock. I didn't do rock submerged. Yeah, I'm tempted to add like a little avatar thing of like the little ships like sailing back and forth here at the bottom of the screen. I think that would be kind of cute. I don't want to add too much stuff. I want it to be kind of clean. But I know that there's existing solutions. So I wouldn't have to like actually write my own probably. I would just need to supply it with the art that I wanted to use. Unless I wanted to be a little more sophisticated about the animations and stuff, I guess. Or the behavior. But that seems like a fun thing I could add if I had time. If I actually work on the weekend instead of just like emptying my mind. Okay, so we got the rocks. So let's grab the islands. Write script on everything. Island dock, do the same thing. Temple has its own script, right? Yeah, it does. All right, that should give us the behavior we want. Let's do the thing that everyone tells us that we should be doing, which let's add in a little export engine speed up. I mean, you suggested like having it be like a debug button, but I'm just gonna have it be a. For now, I'm just gonna have it be a export variable. Time scale. Normally be 1, but we can make it a faster number. Oh, hey, Fletch. We are working on extending our Ludum Dare compo that we made. It's you're the god of the wind, and you're trying to guide ships past obstacles so that they can get to their temple, and the only thing you can really do is summon gusts of wind. Oh, I need to actually hook up the timescale thing. I want to use it. So that's the deal here. Let's test some of these different things. The theme was summoning. So I didn't want to do a demon game, so I was like, what if you summon the wind? Which I thought was pretty cool, but most people didn't think that was very on theme, and that's a little sad, but that's okay. My first game jam, and I learned a lot of lessons, one of which is be very obvious about how you're utilizing the theme. Do not be subtle. Right now we're testing some environmental stuff, like ships should crash if they hit rocks, but they should just beach if they hit an island beach. Yeah, crash, beach. I want to crash one of the little ships so that they'll actually turn into... Here we go. It should crash. Crash. It is so hard to crash ships on purpose. Why is it that hard? I gotta tighten up this collider on the docks here. It's so funny. Oh, why did you just disappear? Huh. Something wrong with when the pirates crash. Crash already. Okay, yeah, there's the shipwreck. It looks okay now that I'm looking at it the next day. The sail doesn't look great. The sail I kind of probably just want to hide a lot more. But otherwise, I'm okay with that. We still need to make the shipwreck be an actual obstacle that other ships can crash into. We need to get the shipwreck to sink into the water over time. What else do we need to do? We need to, when a ship gets beached like this, we need to swap it with a proxy that's just the sprite components. So that we're not wasting time on, like, on script stuff. Oh, I lost. Who would have known? What do I do here? I say, like, engine dot timescale is equal to timescale. Timescale should just be 1, right? Yeah, its default is 1. Cool. So we can speed up our game if we want, test stuff faster. That should be helpful. You like it? You planning on just polishing the jam result or turning it into a full-fledged game? I want to. Like, we're adding elements that I think would give it some legs. Like, we have multiple types of ships now. We have ideas for, like, interesting and dynamic environmental set pieces. But I only have ideas for, like, maybe, like, 3 or 4 levels. Maybe a few more. So I'm struggling with coming up with enough content that would warrant it to be just anything more than just the improved version of the game, but that's really what I want to do, just to do it. Just to practice going through the whole... This is my first Godot game. I was a hobbyist for a long time, so I'm not really experienced with actually publishing anything. Kind of just tinker. So I really want to finish this. But we're definitely at the hardest part, which is just kind of the slog. The content slog. Where there's lots of little things to do. I'm starting to get too close to the game to tell whether it's worth continuing with, but it's really nice to have people like you come in and give me some honest appraisals of it. Even just a vibe check. It's really helpful to get those vibe checks, because otherwise I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Because we do have a main project that we could be working on instead of this, and sometimes I feel bad. Because the jam was a month ago, right? Like straight up a month ago, something like that. We're still working on this. I think I'm willing to give it maybe one more month, and then I'm probably not going to be done with this. So there's a lot of stuff we'd like to do in that time. And then, yeah, put it out there for like a couple bucks. Make no money. Just build a portfolio. Build a little following. That's probably the plan. What did I say I was going to do? I said a few things. I want to tighten up the island dock scene. This collider is like not generous enough. God, these islands suck. We really need to redo most of the environmental art. Yeah, we want to change this to a circle. Just be like, oh, absolutely not. It is so hard to move shit. Godot. Sometimes. That. Maybe off-center it a little bit. I don't really care. I don't mind it being like pretty generous. What does the regular island look like in terms of collider? Yeah, about the same. Down on over a little bit. Man, maybe we did want a square rectangle. Just tighten it up. Get like really generous. Enough. I think the environmental art looks good. Wouldn't change too much. Yeah, that's all jam stuff. That's all stuff we did in 48 hours. I think I made this tree in 5 minutes. I actually really like the tree. But I do want a new round of islands. I want the islands to be a little bit bigger. I have another idea for a different version of the temple, which I really like as a concept. But yeah, that's still the vibe we're going for. We also widened the play field. Originally, the whole play field was this center, just this center section of the screen that's on camera. But we've added camera movement, and we've added off-screen UI icons so that you can keep track of ships off-screen. Give us a little more of a play area. So we definitely want some new level designs that take more advantage of this. Because now you can have bigger groups. I guess we wanted bigger off-screen icons for the larger ships is something we talked about doing. Ooh, I like this 2x timescale. This is nice. I like that the audio clips don't play twice as fast. That would be something. Oh yeah, we want a proxy. We want to, because it's kind of ridiculous that I'm just leaving the full ship script or the ship scene. Can I just pause the ship once I've done that? Is that a thing that I can do? Oh no, because we'd have to do something. We'd have to be able to tell. Hey, Cubus. Welcome in. How's it going today? Process mode equals false. Yeah, let's do that. I was going to do like a proxy, spawn in a proxy, but I realized that's like overkill. But what we need to do... Problem... So we need to do a couple things. We need like... need a beached bull. And so... where do we handle getting beached? Probably not here, huh? No, we do it in the friendship, which is not where we should probably do it. Beached. It's true. So, because the beach, we need to wait for the velocity to drop to 0 before disabling it, because we have the ship slow down. Let's say something like... I don't know where I want to check this. Probably here. Not beached. Oh no, we want to say... At the very end, we want to say if beached. If beached and ship velocity is 0 approximately, then we can say process mode is false. Equals node dot process mode disabled. That? Yeah, there we go. That should work okay. Make sure that's the case. That'll at least save us the processing power of having these ships kind of collect. Yeah, I want fewer islands that are bigger, and I want them all to kind of have this beach ring around them that the ships can crash into like this. And so... Oh, why did you disappear? Oh, did they disappear if you set their process mode to disabled? Do they no longer render? What happened there? Yes. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I kind of liked the clutter. Oh, we got a ship crashed over there. That's nice. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I do want to just substitute proxy. What other process modes are there? These always disable, inherit, impossible. That's not exactly what I want. We'll worry about that later. That is not a concern right now. That's more of like a shipping concern. I want to redo this with the diagonal. It's process equals false, not process mode. Okay, because I tried to assign process mode and it was like upset. Process equals false. Okay, let's try that. Process not declared. I don't know, self dot. But also physics process. Oh, we need to disable both of them. I see, I see. Is this something you can do? I don't feel like these are things you can do. The mode actually only applies when the scene tree is getting paused. Pausing a single node is pretty annoying in Godot. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what these do. I think the initial ship will always beach itself. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it squeezes by on its own. It's fun to play this at a 2x engine timescale. Okay, that seems to be doing what we want. Ship isn't disappearing. It is crashing, though. So it doesn't like that. Hold on, let me see. Set physics process. I need to call a function. I need to be not setting a property. We haven't really dealt with pausing games, but we will need to as soon as we put in a real menu. Yeah, I gotta read this more. Get tree.paused equals true. That's cool. That seemed to work. So that's cool. I want to fix this. I want to get more like this. I don't think I like what I have for the sail here. Maybe I do want this one. It's this or this. I like the first one better. And then let's just make it like very, very hard to see. Something like this. Spawning a proxy might be the easier solution. It seemed like it worked fine. You may be right. I want to do the same thing with this. Take this. Another one over here. Mast bigger. I like the big masts bigger than the small masts. Oh wait, what am I talking about? This is not the one I need to do. Need to fix the small one. Why are you here? Oh, I see. Where did I do this? Did I just do this here with no layers because I'm an idiot? Yeah, that seems like what I did. Cool. Cool. I'm getting kind of lazy, and this is not the phase to be getting lazy. If anything, this is the phase where I need to be taking this a little more seriously. Chip repaint, that's what I want. Bella Antonella. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good. We're working on a little shipwreck for game here. Right, let's do the same thing. Let's just go across here. Just do it again. 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 And then grab the mast just for comparison. I don't want to use the mast. Oh. Grab the mast here for comparison. Well, we want to draw our own. We want to draw one that's like not on this layer. Draw that for comparison. We want to draw our own here. Let's flip it just so we have a better comparison. This is what we want. And it'll be like what did I use for this one? Probably like 191. Yeah. 91 opacity. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12. When I did this one, I did it like this. Yeah, that's reasonable. That would be like something like this. And we'll take the sail. We may grab this one instead. Maybe we like this one better. Oh, but not here, not on this layer, on this layer. Something like this. Seems reasonable. Maybe we want it a little over this. Like this. All right, yeah, let's start. Let's grab this and see how we like this. Oh, I kind of like that even better. Well, maybe I don't. Let's just see how we feel about those. Oh, wait, we don't want to beach them. We want to crash them. P2. Crash. Crash, I said. It's so difficult. Yeah, do it. There we go. Sail is like too much. Maybe we just get rid of the sail. I wanted like little shreds of sail or something, but I think that's causing some weird looks. I think I'm failing to achieve what I want to achieve with that look. So maybe if we can figure that out, we can go back to it, but let's just forget about it for now. Just grab the wreck. Grab the wreck and the mast. Let's call it there. All right, let's see if we get some shipwrecks. See what they look like. I'm like done trying to make the ships crash into each other. That's like so hard to do. Here's one. No. I guess it's actually gonna be kind of hard for me to wait for this to happen now that they're just beaching all the time. Here, you hit this rock. I don't understand why that's double or triple firing, but that's new behavior. Yeah, I think that's better at the moment. We definitely need a bigger variety of shipwrecks than what we've got. We also want to make them kind of fade away. And I'm gonna do that later, though. This is really bad. We've done almost no input, and our faith score has gone up to like 50. We need to be way more conscious of this when we're like doing the next set of level designs. Like, this can't be the strat. AFK cannot be the strat to win. Because on average, more ships are making it to the temple than they're being destroyed. And that's hilarious, but it's like a problem. Why don't ships start with a random direction? Well, originally the point was they all spawn in from the side and they all are heading here. But yeah, random direction might help. This was just the original logic because it was easy and it made sense. And I thought that it would work. But clearly, I would need to have way more obstacles than I do. So yeah, random is probably better. Because then you're more actively involved. So we'll probably switch to something like that. Yeah, yeah, that was the original intent. But yeah, it's not good. Not working out. All right. What are we going to do next? Look at our... We've got shipwrecks in, and we've got beached ships now. Still need things like maybe storms or sea monsters. Not sure about tide. That could be interesting. I have to think more about this idea of using faith as a resource outside of individual levels or having like a secondary resource. So I'm still struggling with what will tie this game together in terms of like between the levels. And maybe there's nothing. Maybe there will just be like different themed levels. Like maybe there's a level that has sirens or a level that has like a whirlwind in the middle of it or something. Or a predominant, probably not in the middle, but a predominant like whirlwind or something. Not whirlwind, whirlpool. Like that. Just have like different set piece levels. And then maybe introduce like you start only with the small ship and then you can get the big ship at a later level or something like that. Same thing with whirlwind, which is maybe a spell we should actually work on. I don't know. I'm feeling a little listless today. Even though I literally have a list that I could be working on. This is the curse of not spending any time preparing outside of when I sit down and turn the stream on. I really need to do more of, and that's always what I'm saying. But I have not had the energy lately. It's not good. I mean, we could work on our new temple. I have kind of an idea for the new temple. I really need to sketch out the new art pieces before we go too far into those. What could we do? I feel like I had a good list in my head this morning. I mean, we could set up wrecks as obstacles. We could do that. Let's do that. It's easy. We also should make, now that we're like reasonably happy with at least the initial versions of our wrecks, we should make pirate versions too. Although, wait, will the pirates crash? When would a pirate crash? A pirate crash into another pirate? Is that how that works? I think that's how I've set it up. I think pirates can crash into each other. Pretty sure that's how I set that up. We'll just do a version of this. We'll forget about the sail for now. That doesn't seem to be working the way I want it to. Don't need this. Oh, I should have saved that, but repaint. Where is all of my ships, my ship files? I put them in a place that I probably shouldn't have. Retain large, is this where they are? Repaint. This is a little unfortunate. I don't know where I put the pirate ship stuff. I know they're in one of these. They're all the ships are in one file, and I don't remember which file it is. Oops. Here it is. These are just the bodies, though. That's fine. I just need the sail, black sail. Okay, now we can do it. So we grab this. Pirate Rec small. The right file? Yeah. What I do? Oh, here we go. So we want this, like this. Is this how we did it? Yeah. This. And we don't want this version of the mast. We want the small version of the mast. Oh, what? Why? Okay. We want this. We want the mast. We want this. Let's just... We'll color paint it here. And swap it with this color. Whatever layer this is on. That's what we want. Erase like a portion of it. Small portion of it. Go. We move it into place. There, like that. Got to also erase the ship a little bit. Get that here. Last needs to be over by 1. Go. Alright, pirate wreck. Small pirate wreck achieved. Now we just need a large pirate wreck here. Be easier at least. Alright, so now we have pirate wrecks. Well, now we can just tighten up the collision shapes here. Don't want them to be too crazy. Alright, so we got pirate wrecks. Now we just gotta hook them up so that they get spawned in. Means talking to the ship manager, I think. this something else. Let's call this like ship type. Or I don't know. We just make a vector 2i. If oversized, let me just do the symbol. Oh, we already are checking if it's friendly. Oh, actually, we just do it this way. Yes. We just need to spawn a big ship or a small ship, and a pirate ship or a pilgrim ship. Easy. And now we just gotta make sure that the pirate is actually calling that. How are we handling that? Ship crash.emit this. God, this is structured so badly. A lot of refactoring I want to do. Can we actually just say whether we're a pirate or not? Pirate ship. No, we don't. Okay. Alright, let's see. Watching shipwreck spawn here. We should probably be actively involved in this. Where's a pirate? Here comes one. Comes a couple. Let's get them to crash into each other. It's actually the only way we're going to get this to happen is if we get them to crash into each other here. Oh, wow, did we actually do it? Nope. Oh, so close. This is so weirdly difficult. There we go. Okay. Why does it double fire the... It doubles and then triple fires the crash emitter. That's really weird. Maybe that's why the faith score is like blowing up. Maybe it's like firing these off multiple times. That would explain a couple of things. Why would it be doing that? We need to admit this whole thing is a signal. We're doing this thing where we're like We added a signal to it, even though it's just a function call. And then we're kind of doing mixed. Yeah, we're doing a lot of mixed things. Like the smoke manager, the game manager, the ship manager all listen to this, or all interested in this, but we're not actually using signals, except in the latest example, which is here. So we need to actually tie all of this together. Okay. But I gotta use the restroom, so I'm gonna be right back. Thanks for hanging out. I know this is kind of maybe one of the more boring streams here, but I appreciate it. Be right back. All right, thanks for waiting. All right, so we have our shipwrecks. We have this weird issue where the crash signal is occurring multiple times, which makes me kind of want to just fix our whole signaling system, which is this kind of weird halfway point that we've reached, which is not good. I have to look at signals for a second. Why is this not letting me open the docs? So what we want to connect the signal via code, but we want to connect it a certain way. Right now we're connecting it from the ship manager when the ship manager spawns in. We could also connect the signal on the node itself. That's not how they do it here. Yeah, that's not. There's a better example of this somewhere that I don't know where it is, but that's fine. We can think about how we want to do this. I mean, we could just signal once up to the game manager and then have the game manager call back down to the ship manager. And the smoke manager, which is the thing that handles the like ship smoking effect, which honestly probably doesn't need to be done that way. Maybe I need to think more about why this is being called like multiple times crash. Oh, it's being called multiple times because when we spawn the wreck, that counts as an on-area entered. So we need a cooldown when a shipwreck comes into play before it can affect other things, I think is what's happening. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So what do we need to do? So we need to say the shipwreck doesn't even have any code yet, so it's weird that it's causing that to happen. Well, for one thing, the shipwreck needs to have a crash obstacle. I mean, collision layers, yes, but also no, because we do want ships to crash into the wrecks. We just need to create a period of time where it can't happen. Which we could easily do by just having like a timer on the wreck. Like a one-shot timer. Wouldn't be great, but it would be okay in most cases. You just set a timer that's like lasts a few seconds. You could check if body equals self. Well, what I'm thinking is happening is that the ship is crashing. We are spawning in the shipwreck, and we've Q-freed the other ship. And I think that's taking long enough where it's causing something to fire off. But maybe not, because maybe that's not happening. I mean, we do need to hook up the obstacle system here. Because we do want to be able to crash into shipwrecks eventually. I think. I'm actually kind of going back and forth on that. I think that might be more annoying than cool, but I think having to... I'm going to watch this collision happen again and see if I can decide what's going on. Let's see if it happens when we hit a rock. Because I've seen it what happened when we hit another ship. We didn't hit the rock. Turn around and hit the rock. Okay, so that just... No, it fired off twice. Yeah, there's something weird happening there. And then if two ships hit each other... So hard to get this to happen. Stupid how hard it is to get ships to crash into each other. Oh, that's not a good example. Oh, but it's still, yeah, it's colliding with itself in a way that is causing something to happen. Okay. So, why is that happening? So, game controller, on area entered, area 2D. If not fading out... Oh, that's the gust controller. This isn't even the right object. I was like, wait a second. On area entered. Here we go. If we're collidable. If the area has method crash. If the area is collidable. The area has method raid. We get raided. I arguably don't like how I do this very well. Otherwise, we crash. So this shouldn't fire more than once. Because the shipwreck we're spawning does not have crash. And yet something is happening. Something's happening here. And what it is ain't exactly clear. Ship crash.emit. Hold position oversized is true. So when we call this, all of this happens. Q free. Maybe we can get ahead of this by just saying collidable is false. It seems like we're colliding twice with which whatever kills us for some reason. And that's weird. Shouldn't really be happening, but it seems to be. Variable new wreck. If friendly new wreck is shipwreck large. New wreck dot position is ship position. All deferred, add child, new wreck. Let's see if that fixed it. See if it was that easy. Okay, so the sound is only playing once. That's good. But there's something happening with the smoke emitter. Emit smoke. Smoke scene. Okay, so it's weird that the audio stream is only playing once. Oh. Is this maybe an artifact of us being at an unusual engine timescale and that's messing with the particle system? That doesn't seem likely, but it seems possible. Because this should be... Is this not correctly set to be a one-shot? It is not. Okay, so that's what's happening. So normally, I think, at the normal engine timescale, this just emits once and is... And it... Okay, no, I know exactly what's happening. Because normally, it's fine that this emits once. Because I have here, when the audio stream player finishes, we just free it. But the audio stream player does not seem to be affected by engine timescale, so it's taking longer to play its audio relative to everything else that's happening at a higher engine timescale. So we just make this a one-shot, and that solves it. Okay, I was suspicious. I was like, there's no way we're calling this multiple times. I thought we had structured that correctly. And we are not. This is why you don't fuck with time. Because time fucks back. You know, Moth. I don't know if that's when you came in or you've been waiting. But yeah. We're testing at a higher time scale and it's having some side effects. I need to sort out how I want gusts of wind to affect each other better. Because it's weird. Okay, will you crash now? Okay, well now it just didn't play at all. Okay, so I think that's just a side effect of messing around at double speed, so we're just going to turn one shot off. We're just going to accept that that probably happens. Oh, you're working on an Excel file and you hear that? I'm a Google Sheets man myself. All right, we're back at a regular time scale. Let's see what happens when we crash this ship. A regular time scale. The weird double crash multi smoke thing should be fine. Let's try to crash everyone on this rock. Try to crash everything on this tiny, tiny rock. Game feels really slow now. Now that it's back at its intended time scale. But I think it's the correct time scale. Gotta turn this ship a little bit. Okay, so now the smoke emitter is not emitting at all. I like pissed it off somehow. Did I turn this off? Oh. It's a weird thing that happens. Where if you turn one shot on and you turn emitting on and then you let the one shot play out, it will turn emitting off and then you'll save the scene while the emitter is off. And then that just becomes the state of it. That is like not... I feel like that's not how that should work. It seems like I fixed it now. Maybe. Need to manually start it. Is that true? So when it's a one-shot, it has to be manually called. Okay. Let's see if what I did fixed it. If not, I'll do that. Kind of like that I can speed this up if I hit it with a faster wind like this. It's already facing the correct direction. Oh, can I not? It seemed like I could. Okay, I guess that's fine. There we go. Behaving weirdly now, but kind of tired of dealing with particles. I think Godot's particle system is like very powerful, and yet I hate it a lot. But maybe I'm just scarred from how much time during the game jam I wasted trying to figure out all the different particle stuff. Maybe we can just speed it up is what we can probably do. Probably too slow now. Yeah, you have to rush to save it while the emitter is on. Seems to be what you have to do. Crashing the good guys and welcoming the bad. You know, the good guys just spawn earlier, so it's easier for me to just purposely crash a good guy ship. The ship actually spawns instantly at exactly this position every time. On purpose. Crash. Crash, you fool. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Now we can go back to double timescale for debugging. And it should work, because now it's a one-shot particle effect. Hope you don't have to edit the scene. No, yeah. Anytime I have to edit the smoke scene, I have to remember that I need to enable emitter and then save it while it's emitting. We'll just never touch that scene ever again. Like when you have an audio mixer or something, and you like tape over a dial, and you're like, this dial is never changing. Like, don't touch this dial. All right. What do we do now? Oh yeah, we need to set up a wreck as an obstacle. That's what we need to do. So they need to get this script. Let's give them their own type of obstacle script, I guess, because it's going to have distinct behavior. And we need to make sure there's a delay because pirate ships are going to make wrecks. And we don't want the pirate ship to then crash into the wreck as soon as it makes it. So that would kind of defeat the purpose of it. So we just need like a timer or something. Where is it? There it is. We'll start with this, but we do need like an... Or what we could do, we could just give it a timer. Like, we're getting pretty lazy here. We can auto start it. We could give it like, I don't know, like 3 seconds, maybe. Maybe longer, maybe 6 seconds. Say like variable grace period is true. I'll connect the script or something.
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd. Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves. We create things as a reflection of this struggle.
That script in here.
Perception of self. Then wave isn't necessarily a thing you achieve.
We'll connect a signal from our timer.
It is a state of mind which you constantly strive toward. This all comes from an understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid, like water. Be like water.
Not elegant, but it will work. What we should actually do is save this scene as like wreck, the like source of the wreck, all the other wreck scenes. We'll save it over the other wrecks so that they behave the same way. Where are they? So pirate, wreck, pirate wreck large. Actually, I guess what we should do is make inherited scenes. It's probably the best way to do this. Undoes a little bit of our effort here, but probably the best way to do this. What we did for the ships themselves, and it seems to work out. So we make this the least number of changes. Wreck large. make inherited scenes all from this base rec type here. Change up the sprite for each one. All right, so now we have all of our shipwrecks. We're here to save. We should go to our ship manager. Yeah, the preload files do not exist anymore, at least not all of them, so we just deal with that. Oi. I don't know if it's my mouse, but like, I struggle to drag stuff in sometimes. The mouse is not sticking down when it should. Okay, now we just swap out these references. Should all work now. It'll be tough to test this. We can do our best. Gotta keep this ship in like a holding pattern, I guess. And try to crash it into this group after they've crashed. Why did only one of you crash? That was weird. Will you crash into this now? No, they didn't. That was super weird behavior. Okay, so now when two ships hit each other, only one of them crashes, which is new. And they don't crash on the obstacles, it seems. Oh, because of how I've structured this to be super weird. My obstacle system is kind of janky. They don't operate on themselves. They operate on whatever entered their area. But like if something hits an obstacle, the obstacle says, okay, you should crash now, which is fine. But I think it behaves a little weirdly when both of the things are doing that to each other, maybe. Maybe that's causing some weirdness. Let's look at the wreck obstacle. Not grace period. Area has method crash, and if area is collidable, area crash. Yeah, this should just work. Grace period true. On timer timeout, grace period's false. And I'm pretty sure that we've got this as an auto start timer. Should also be a one-shot, huh? That's easy, but I don't think that's the problem. Captain was trying to commit insurance fraud? Yeah, probably. Okay, so why is it being weird? On its face, this should be fine. I mean, it was weird that the script was restarting itself all the time. It is connected. It doesn't look like it's connected here, though, which is a little weird. Just reconnect it, I guess. Sometimes that seems like it gets kind of funky. Now it's green here. That's good. That should affect everyone, right? All of the inherited scenes. Maybe 6 seconds is too long. I don't know. Try 3 seconds. Well, that might answer some questions we have about why wrecks aren't crashing. It doesn't really. But the real question is, why are ships no longer crashing into each other? Is it because I'm doing this? I'm taking their collidability away immediately. And so one of them is becoming unhittable. So we gotta get rid of that. And that should fix that. I don't think... We tried that because of our weird smoke effect issue we were running into earlier, which we solved separately. So that should be fine. So ships at least should hit each other now. In the properties of those timers, there's a callback process. What's that? I was just thinking that, Eenomoth, but I didn't want to worry about it right now. Bam. Okay. Works. They crash into each other now. But let's try to hit this pile of wrecks with this pirate ship. Then, yeah, we can look at that. Go faster. Okay, that seemingly didn't work. Let's turn around and try again. We might have just hit it awkwardly. Nope. Yeah, so that's... So wrecks are not hitting anything, so that's an issue. Process callback. Idle. See. Timer process callback. I have timers on here. Timer process callback. Process idle. Update the timer during process frames. Process physics. Update the timer during physics frames. I don't know why it's called idle, but that seems to just say update this in the dynamic in the regular process loop. That's cool that you can have physics consistent timers. I didn't know that. Let's look at our crash obstacles. If area has method, crash. If area.collidable, area.crash. That's like exactly the same as this here, except for grace period. I don't know. I don't know. But let's sanity check real quick and make sure that the crash obstacles, the regular crash obstacles, are working. So that's working for sure. Yeah, there's something about the wrecks that aren't working. Curious. That's so hard. So hard to crash two ships into each other. Oh, what's going on over here? What are all these crashes happening? Oh, so pirate ships are crashing on the temple. But what was this? What's this ship doing? Did it crash on the pirate wreck? Does the pirate wreck work for some reason? Curious. See if we can crash into this. It doesn't seem like it. They must have just hit each other and then the pirate ship got to the temple. I kind of like the pirate ship wrecks collecting up around the temple. That's kind of cool. Kind of don't mind that. But we probably won't have that permanently. I think that's just kind of funny for now. I wonder if I should consider beaching the ship to be like less bad than crashing the ship. So it is an evil temple. Yeah, I mean it's an old-fashioned god. He's got to be wrathful, right? Good to his worshippers and bad to everyone else. That's like classic. Like, people tend not to fuck with, like, Apollo the Plague Bringer. I mean, I said people. Agamemnon does. Okay, so this works. If area has method crash, if area is collidable, area crash. So this is all fine. Something about introducing this grace period concept is really fucking with everything. Let's just look at the scene. I mean, the scene has a collider. All good. Huh, I don't know. I don't know why that's not working. We're kind of out of time today to figure it out, which is unfortunate. But, figure it out. Got about 5 minutes. Let's see, let's try some different things. So I guess the sanity check thing to do would be to just forget about the whole, just comment this part out. Forget about this concept of a grace period and see if that's what's causing the problem or if it's something else. Just try to eliminate possibilities here. Get you two to crash into each other. Will you just crash? No? Will you slightly miss each other? Yeah. God, they make this so difficult. Why is it so hard to play this game badly? Okay, this will create a wreck. Whatever. There's gotta be a wreck somewhere else. Here. This might work. You crash. Okay. Now let's you try to... Or I guess we could just circle around and see if you'll crash into the same thing. Oh my god. The winds interacting with each other is funny, but it creates some really annoying problems. Why don't you disable the collision node? Yeah, we are not sure about that grace period. How would disabling the collision node help us to have a collision? Problem is the wreck is just not colliding. The shipwreck never collides with the ships, regardless of the grace period is what I'm getting here from this, which is suspicious. Suspicious. Okay, well that's a super weird problem. Monitoring, monitorable. All good. Are we doing something weird when we're spawning it in that's causing a problem? Enable or disable it as you need. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's an option. For sure. That's the problem we wish we could have. New wreck. Wreck. We do add it to the... We add it to the tree. Give it our right position. We add it to the tree. And yet it has no collision. Or it seems to not interact with anything else, even though it's set up just the same as every other crash obstacle. Very weird. Very weird what's going on here. Music is capturing my sense of confusion and weird anxiety. Okay, well, I don't know. Classic stream ending here. The classic, I don't know. Not working. I don't know. That's cool. Oh, super weird. I almost kind of want to just put the, I kind of want to replace this wreck obstacle script with our regular obstacle script and see if that works. Kind of what I want to do. Because our regular crash obstacle script just works. Curious. Will that affect all of our inherited scenes? Seemingly, yes. Okay, let's do that last test, and then that's probably all we have time for. Crash? No? Slightly miss each other? Cool. Oh, I'm dying. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, there's something wrong, and it's not with the script. There's something more fundamentally wrong with this object. Because we're using the correct script. Let's look at the remote tree for a moment. Shipwreck. I don't know what I'm expecting to find here, but there's something wrong. And you got the right collision layers and stuff. That's super weird. Are there pirate ships and not ghost ships? I mean, they crash into the temple. If nothing else. Okay, well, we can safely say that it's not our script. There's something else wrong. We'll have to look more closely at, like, how we instantiate these, I guess. Now I'm actually out of time. Now I have, like, 2 minutes until my workday starts. Oh, that's not how I wanted to do this. I wanted to change it here. Oops, I hope that doesn't cause a problem. Come on. Okay, no, that seemed to be fine. Okay. Oh well. I don't know. Pick this up tomorrow. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Yeah. I literally have to run, so no time for a raid. We'll just have to pick this up tomorrow. Thanks for everyone for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And hopefully I see you tomorrow. Until next time. Bye.